The flight attendant said it loud enough for 3 rows to hear. That was her first mistake. Her second was assuming the woman she said it to had nowhere important to be. Dr. Serena Okafor is 44, 5'3", wearing a gray cardigan and reading glasses when she boarded United Flight 2247 at O'Hare on a Tuesday morning. She had a cardiology journal, a carry-on, and a first-class boarding pass earned through 11 years of platinum status, the kind you accumulate flying 200,000 miles a year, because hospitals in 4 states wait for you specifically. She sat in 2A. She always takes the window. The flight attendant, Kristen, appeared within 90 seconds. Behind her stood a couple, mid-50s, matching luggage. The entitlement of people who've decided comfort is something they deserve and others don't. "Excuse me," Kristen said, not quietly. "I think there's been a mix-up with your seat." 2A, that's my seat. Serena held up her boarding pass. The man behind Kristen leaned forward. "Look, honey, maybe just check with the gate. We've been flying first class for 20 years. Honey," Serena looked at him over her reading glasses for 2 seconds. Then back at Kristen. "Get your supervisor." Kristen didn't. She called the gate agent, a young man named Marcus, who came aboard looking like he'd been asked to defuse something without any tools. He stood in the aisle and made the mistake of choosing the louder side. "Ma'am, if you could take a seat in economy while we sort this, I have a valid boarding pass, a connection in Atlanta, and a surgery at 2 o'clock. I'm not moving." The manager arrived. Deborah. The look of a woman who'd resolved 1,000 conflicts by choosing the path of least resistance, never once questioning whether the path was right. She looked at Serena, looked at the couple, made a calculation that had nothing to do with boarding passes. "Ma'am, we have a lovely seat in premium economy, no." In the interest of keeping everyone comfortable, Serena repeated, at full volume, so all of first class could hear. "You are removing the passenger with the valid boarding pass because the other passengers complained louder. I want everyone on this plane to understand exactly what is happening here." First class went silent. 14 people. Nobody looked away. Serena stood, collected her journal, her bag, her carry-on, looked at Kristen, looked at Deborah, looked at the man who'd called her honey. "I want all 3 of your full names." Now she got them, typed each one into her phone, read them back for spelling. Then she walked off the plane entirely, not to economy, not to the gate into the jetway, rebooked herself on a Delta flight leaving 40 minutes later, and made one phone call. James Whitfield picked up on the second ring. She called to reschedule dinner, mentioned she'd just been removed from a United flight, and read him the 3 names almost as an afterthought. James Whitfield was Senior Vice President of Operations for United's parent company. She caught the Delta flight, made her connection, performed a 6-hour cardiac surgery in Atlanta mitral valve repair on a 63-year-old man who'd waited 4 months requesting her specifically. Drove to her hotel at 9:15 and ordered soup. Her phone had 47 notifications. First message, from James at 2:14, pulled the manifest. "Your seat was never double booked. Kristen manually reassigned it after the couple complained at the gate before you'd even boarded. I'm sorry. This is being handled." Second, a news alert. Someone in first class had filmed the exchange. 48 seconds, starting from Honey, ending with Serena typing names. Posted at 11:17 that morning. 9 million views by evening. Kristen's manual reassignment was logged with her employee ID and timestamp direct policy violation. Investigation found 4 identical incidents in 18 months. Same passenger profile each time. All resolved quietly because nobody had written down names. Administrative leave. Pending termination. Deborah was removed from management. The internal report called her handling inconsistent with airline protocol and equity standards language chosen by a legal team that had counted the 9 million views. The couple had approached the gate agent before boarding and told him the woman in 2A seemed confused about her seat before Serena had spoken to a single airline employee. They had started it. United canceled their premium concierge membership and barred them from first class on all affiliated carriers. Marcus was not disciplined. He'd followed bad instructions from people above him. He sent Serena a message through the customer portal. "I knew it was wrong, and I said nothing." "I'm sorry." She replied, "Thank you." She meant it. Serena gave one interview. 3 sentences that ran as the caption under the video all week. "I wasn't angry. I was busy. I had a surgery at 2 o'clock and a patient who needed me, and I would have been on that plane if 3 people had done their jobs instead of their assumptions. The man whose valve she'd repaired watched the video from his recovery room and sent flowers. His card said, "I'm glad you made your connection." She keeps all the cards in a drawer by the window, where she sits between surgeries and reads in the quiet of someone who learned long ago that the most powerful thing in any room is never the loudest voice. It's the one that writes down names.